What's going on, Muscle Monsters? Alain Gonzalez here, just right outside the gym, finishing up my coffee. Then I'm going in for a workout, but I wanted to shoot this quick video. Okay, so I want to talk about clean eating, all right? And if I come across a little aggravated, it's probably because I am, okay? Not too long ago, I spoke to somebody who, frankly, has no background in nutrition at all, right? And that person tried to argue with me about how certain foods are clean and certain foods aren't. Okay, that's fine. Typical human being. Now, yesterday I'm at the gym and a buddy of mine states that he's been eating super clean lately. Okay, and then he goes on to tell me that he's not eating beans. Okay, here's the problem with clean eating. Okay, number one, there's no definitive answer as to what the fuck it is. You ask 10 people and you're gonna get 10 different answers, right? If you would have asked me what clean eating was, I would have told you it's basically just a diet that comes from mostly whole, minimally processed foods, which is what we should be aiming for anyways, right? But you might ask another guy and he might tell you that he only eats lean meats, right? And complex carbs, okay? Another guy might tell you he doesn't eat any pasta because pasta is not clean. Another guy might tell you he doesn't eat beans because beans aren't clean, right? Another person might tell you no carbs at all, okay? This quote unquote clean eating is just some made up bullshit, okay? And here's the biggest problem I have with it. People who are quote unquote eating clean, they feel or they talk to others as if they are better, as if they're more disciplined, right? They sit on their high horse and they brag about how strict their diet is. The problem with that is that most of these people don't know shit about nutrition. And so they're forcing themselves to be miserable in their diets because they want to be hard-headed and lazy. All right? Now, we can sit here and argue about what kind of discipline it takes to eat quote-unquote clean, right? But in my opinion, if that is your diet, you just eat clean foods, then you are fucking lazy. Do you know how easy it is to make a list of X amount of foods and just eat those foods in comparison to actually tracking your calories, tracking your macros, making sure you're getting enough fruits and vegetables, and weighing every fucking piece of food that you put in your mouth? All right? If your diet is I just eat clean, and you think that you are going to build muscle maximally or lose fat maximally, but you have no idea how much protein you're consuming, how many fats, how much carbs, how many calories in general, you are fucked. In the beginning, it might work for a bit, but eventually, when you have to make changes, you're not going to know what changes to make. You have no fucking clue where you're at, right? So if you stall out, what are you going to do? Eat cleaner, right? It's lazy. It shows that you're uneducated when it comes to nutrition. And when you think that you're better than everyone else because you feel more disciplined, realize that you're taking the easy road, and the easy road usually ends up at a dead end. And that's where you're going to end up if you stick to this clean eating mentality. And when I say clean eating, I'm referring to what the masses consider clean eating, right? We're not going to get into specific foods, but if you think that if you have a fucking cookie at the end of the night, you're going to wake up fatter the next morning, you're a fucking idiot. Period. Okay? And I'm sorry if I sound like an asshole, but I'm tired of these people walking around with their chest up like they're doing something magical, yet they look the same week after week, month after month, because they have no fucking clue what's going into their body in terms of energy, because that's what matters. Energy balance. All right? Not fucking clean foods or dirty foods or this or that. You don't understand what you're eating, you're not going to be able to make the changes necessary in order to reach your goal, whether that be build muscle or lose fat. Okay? If you're eating clean, suddenly you hit a fat loss plateau, what are you going to do? You can't eat cleaner. You're already eating the cleanest, right? So, what are you going to do? You have to reduce your calorie intake, but you don't know how many fucking calories you're consuming. So, I guess you got to do another hour on the treadmill, right? So, you end up eating clean, quote unquote, and you end up doing 7, 8, 9 hours on the treadmill till eventually your body's not changing at all. You're doing all this crazy shit and nothing's happening. All right? Get educated. Start to understand nutrition better. And if you want a resource where it's all laid out for you, there's plenty of books. Plenty. All right? Plenty. I'll link them down below. Okay? You don't have to become a nutritionist to understand macronutrients, micronutrients, etc. You don't. It's very basic shit. And I understand that not everybody has the time to figure these things out and learn these things. It's why guys like me and other guys on YouTube put out this information. But get off of your fucking high horse if you think that you've figured it out, right? If you think that it's as simple as just eating clean, avoiding junk food, and so on and so forth, you are completely wrong, all right? And I don't care if you, quote unquote, eat clean and you enjoy it and you're making progress. That's fucking great. But don't try to act like you're better than someone else because that other person was smart enough and figured out their macronutrient intake and decided that, hey, I can add this pizza to my macros today, or I could add this brownie. All right? So that's pretty much it, guys. Just a quick video, quick rant. Hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, click the like button below, subscribe for more, and I'll talk to you soon. Peace.